tightening up. Oh, I don't believe this. Absolute rubbish, innit? It's oh, it's that you see. Oh, well, that hasn't lasted long, has it? Oh, this could take a little while now. Something's gone wrong with this. Oh, I don't believe it. I do not believe it. It's not tightening up. Oh. For some reason it's not tightening up. Right, where am I? I have to autofocus, it's the only way I can do it. Right. Now then, let's see how far in I can focus. Now then, so we're up to this bit here. So that is the first bit that's been done now. So I've got the decking on that. I wonder if you can see it better if I switch that light off. Not really. It's the light levels in the window, unfortunately. So that's got the deck on there, so that's whatever that is, that's right at the top. It'll be a while before I get round to doing this bit. So a lot of this can be put to one side now. This is roughly glued together. We've got all the details to put in this yet. So that's part of that. So let me have it that way. Then we have the funnel. I've not done anything to the funnel yet, so it's just been glued together. What have I got a red mark on that for? Because that's come off. Right, let's try again. I hadn't realised what had happened. Right, that little bit I've just showed you, you wouldn't have heard me talking, would you? I just looked up at the camera, at the television, and realised I had a red mark there for the microphone. Somehow I'd pulled the microphone off. So that's the funnel. It'll be a while once again before we get up to this bit. But it's got a bit to do on that, you know. I think that gets replaced. There's a possibility that will get replaced. I don't know, there's various bits that go inside there. So that's the funnel, that's only just roughly glued together. Then we have whatever that is, eventually will be. Once again, as you can see, I put the deck on there. Now for some reason, when I overdid all the decking, that bit was missing. This bit was there, and when I first put it in, it had this weird, you put the piece of wood in, and you hang on a minute, that's weird, why has it got this gap? It's because of that, it's because of this, it's because of this bit in there, it's because of that. See, that fits in there like that. So that bit will be done, there'll be guns in here, there'll be some photo etch probably to put on there, but this bit was missing. And as far as I didn't throw any away, I wrote all the pieces and I couldn't find a single piece anywhere. But what it did have, I can't find it now, there's a piece around somewhere that didn't fit anywhere, and I think they made a mistake. So I had to make a piece up to go in there to replace that bit. I had to do it with the outside, with the bits that weren't on the deck itself, and it's a different colour to the deck, hence a different colour. So it's, I might be able to replace it. Oh, here it is. So that piece, unless I'm missing something somewhere, can't find anything for that. I can't find anywhere for that, but it's got specific holes in it. So I reckon that there might be a piece somewhere where that will fit. If not, I could take it apart and use that as the proper deck colour to replace that bit. Now we have the hanger bay, And that comes in 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. So once again, the wooden part has gone on. That looks okay. There's a fair few bits to be put onto that. And so that will be probably much later on in the build. All these little bits I've only put together simply so as I could make sure that the actual decking fitted okay. So that's the wooden part of the actual deck. There's nothing else on that. This at some point will have all of this, a lot of this will all be replaced with photo etch. Although not in the Pontos kit, because I haven't got the advanced Pontos kit. And that all comes with the advanced Pontos kit, unfortunately. So I won't be able to do that, which is a real shame. But I do have all the pieces for that in the MK1 kit. So hopefully I'll be able to do something about it. So that's the deck there. This is whatever deck that is. I think that has the I'm not sure, I think it has something to do with radar. So this bit here, this bit of decking there, that's photo etch. And that is from the Pontos kit. So that's got a photo etch going round. And then the decking again. And once again, you know, you got the decks come in parts, these bits down the side come in bits. So it's all the wooden decking went together fairly well. I'm quite pleased with that, because I personally don't like wooden decks. But I've completely changed my mind on them now, because Pontos do much better wooden decks. So this is whatever it is. Once again, this is photo etch. There's a nice bit of photo etch that goes all the way around. That will be, we'll come to that at some point. The edges side of that will all be replaced. Then we have the actual large bit of decking here, the large bit of superstructure. So that's a strange looking bit, but it went in fairly well. You know, everything lines up. All these little bits here all line up, so quite happy with it. And then the bit at the end goes into the anchor bay of a hanger. That's photo etch from the Pontos kit. It just has a bit more detail than was on the deck itself. So that doesn't look too bad. And that's a bit that we'll start working on at some point. And then the final bit of decking, that's inside that hanger bay, so you don't. This was a weird one to put together, really strange one to put together, because for some reason, I'm trying to get that so you can see it flat. Let me lift that camera up a bit so you can see a bit more of it. And for some reason, when this went together, Pontos had decided that they were going to do it in, well, it's one big bit that goes around there, bit coming up there, look. And there's about 4 or 5 pieces on this, you can't see it, or it's bit coming up there. See, this is the only problem with wooden decks. Once they start to come up, they come up. So I have to sort some of these out as we go along. Make sure it gets in place and puts in place. So that there, you have to cut carefully. The cutting around this is absolutely unreal. And these bits here, I know, will be replaced with photo etch. So that's where we're up to there. And now we've got the model itself. So now the idea now, of course, is to start. The model's on its gap, on its thing. So now what we need to do now, so you can just about see, maybe, you can just about see the circle going out where the swastika was. So what we have now on the lumps, what looks like, it looks weird, you can see underneath it. underneath that, underneath the deck, is like there's like raised bits, I think where the anchors went. And what I did was I put the decking on as it was on top of the raised bits. And so you get this little, it's not much, it's only, it looks, you can see it all there, but it's actually only about a millimetre, half a millimetre at best. What I should have done is where these bits are on and where these little raised bits were, I should have flattened all that out. That was really silly of me. Now somewhere on here, there's some little bits going to go on. So we're now on to starting to put all the details in this deck now. So the first thing we're going to work out is what's going to go where. We're going to get this around in a certain way. I've got it so that you can just about see it there. So we now have to work out all the different bits that are going to go in, and then you've got all these bits on the thing. So now you have to work out from this what is going to be replaced and what is going to stay. So what we need to do is work out from working along the bow. We work out, so there's two bits there. You see, this is the raised bits I was talking about. That section of raised bits there, not by a lot, but they're raised by half a millimetre or so, and that's where I should have flattened it so you could see it better. It's a shame that I didn't do that. So we're going to work out all these bits, working from the bow. We're going to work out what we're going to put on that's plastic and what we're going to put on that's not plastic. So first off, you find the Pontos bit. The MK1 kit doesn't really have anything on the bow, to be fair. There's that there, but this is anchor chain. So that's all anchor chain and handrails. That's all there is on the MK1 kit for the deck. There's not really anything being changed on the deck, to be fair. That's the bits here, but there's nothing there that's going on. This is all about the wooden decking that came with the MK1 upgrade. So this is, so where this has this, I put the swastikas on and painted them over, just for realism. So there's not really anything with the MK1 kit. So what we've got to work out is what we're going to replace and what's going to stay on. So we're on the bow. So the first bit I've done, if I put it the other way around, I can't read it. So I've already put the first two bits in. I'll put that, I'll switch that around in a minute. So there are 3 bits of photo etch C164. A13 I don't understand. And I don't understand A14 at the moment. You can't really see anything. A14 looks like it's something that goes around that anchor bit. And then A13 is going just along a bit of bow, so I don't know what that is. This is the problem with Pontos, it shows you them. Then when you look through the actual magazine, you can't actually find anything on the pictures which will give you some indication of what they've actually done. There's no close-ups of the bow, you see. The closest you get to the bow is that bit there. but there's nothing there that says what that is. Nothing at all on that lets you know what that is. So the first thing to do is going to be to find out what we're going to have to put on and what we're going to have to not put on. So where are we? Right, so here's the model. Let's take that away. So there's the model. Let's take this, going to run out soon, this camera. So starting from there, we've got plastic bits, we've got 2 bits there, which are replaced for 2 brass bits. So let's knock them out. So replace. So they're replaced. So let's take them out to start with. But let's find first A13. Right, the camera's going to run out in a minute.